Okay, everyone, I'm going to make, it's a recipe for a bread that we use for communion at church, but you can make it and use it for anything. It's a really, really good bread. It's an unleavened bread it's flat. It does have a little bit of baking soda in it, so it's not completely unleavened. But anyway, so I'm going to start. A cup, because this is a half cup measure. A cup of whole wheat flour. Make sure you level it off. And a half a cup of white bread flour. You put those together. I always put them in to sift them. And then you need a teaspoon of baking soda. As I said, it has baking soda in it, so therefore it's not completely unleavened. So you have a teaspoon of baking soda. Then you need brown sugar, dark brown sugar. 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, and of course you pack it into your tablespoon thingy. This is like a brand new pack of brown sugar here. So you have 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar. And then you sift all of that. Sift all that through your sifter. You have to push the brown sugar through because that's not going to go through, but I usually do the brown sugar because you always get hard chunkies in the brown sugar, and you don't want those hard lumps to go into your bread. So you sift all that through. When that's all done, put that out of the way. Then you need 2 tablespoons of wheat germ. Measure that out. 1, 2. And then you need 2.5 tablespoons of oil. I use canola oil. You can use any kind of oil. I have actually once used olive oil because I didn't have any regular oil. And you could taste it it tasted a little bit different, but it wasn't too bad. And then you need a tablespoon each, 1 of honey, which I usually put on the table because it's easier to squeeze the honey bottle. And I always do my oil first because it makes the honey and the molasses come right out. It comes out a lot easier out of the spoon. So if you put the oil in it, it kind of lubricates the spoon, and it makes the honey and the molasses come out very easy. So it was 1 tablespoon of honey and 1 tablespoon of molasses. Okay, and it's still sticking a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, and then you need a half a cup of water. And I just put it all in the bowl to begin with. Lick the molasses off my finger. And then just mix it all together. And that gets all mixed together until it all comes together into a ball. It might look like it's going to be dry, but it's going to all come together. And it won't be dry at all. Okay, and once you have it all brought together, you kind of knead it. You knead it a bit. It's in a ball. Knead the ball. Okay, and then on a cookie sheet, I usually line it with parchment. You're going to divide that ball into 2 balls. Okay? Use a little bit of flour on my hands to keep it from sticking. That's better. And then what you do is you pat the one ball kind of into a flat circle. And then with your rolling pin, roll it out. Just kind of, it's not going to be even. It doesn't really matter. You roll it out, to about 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch thick and about 6 to 8 inches round. And then I usually take a knife and I just kind of score it one way and then score it cross-hatched. It's funny because someone once, when they first saw it at church from communion, they thought it looked like a giant peanut butter cookie. So then you do the same thing with the other ball. You pat it out, but you get other thickness all the way around so that it bakes evenly. And then after you're done with that, we're going to put it in a 360-degree oven. We're going to put it in a 360-degree oven, and set the timer for 15 minutes and let it bake. Okay, the oven's beeping. That means it's ready to be taken out. Take your bread out of the oven. Take it out. And I usually I have a cooling tray sitting on my counter, and I usually just slide it onto the cooling tray and let it cool. And when it's cool, it's time to eat it if you're ready to eat it. Or I usually put it in Ziploc bags to take. I usually put one in the freezer and take one to church. See y'all later.